In TBBT, young Sheldon shares her actual thoughts about Howard. Hello everyone, my name is Alana. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And give this video a like. Of caution. Episode 12 of Young Sheldon's 6th season contains spoilers. A minor but significant detail in Young Sheldon season 6 reveals Sheldon's actual feelings for Howard in The Big Bang Theory. Sheldon made several wonderful friends in Pasadena, despite his lack of social skills. Even while he valued them, he also had a tendency to disparage them harshly, particularly in relation to their academic accomplishments. But Sheldon was more critical of Howard than he was of anyone else. Sheldon is battling East Texas Tech over his grant database in Young Sheldon, which is a college quarrel. When the boy genius is compelled to spend time with his family at home for Mandy's baby shower, the episode A Baby Shower and a Testosterone-Rich Banter provides him with a change of pace. Sheldon is able to unwind as a result, as evidenced by his laid-back attire, which also suggests how he really feels about Howard in The Big Bang Theory. Related, Sheldon and Penny's greatest Big Bang Theory moment is being ruined by young Sheldon. Sheldon has made it his go-to-home ensemble since adopting his layered shirt style. In Young Sheldon Season 6, Episode 12, he is dressed similarly to how he hangs out with Georgie and Mandy's brother. But he's wearing a NASA shirt, implying that he finds the spatial organization to be rather significant. This, together with the fact that the young genius in a previous Young Sheldon introduction video was dressed as an astronaut, suggests that he had aspirations of joining the civil space program as a child. Sheldon therefore made fun of his pal in order to hide his jealousy of Howard, a NASA employee who was deployed to the International Space Station. Sheldon constantly focused on Howard, even if he enjoyed looming over his buddies from The Big Bang Theory and made them feel inferior. He resorted to hiding unpleasant emotions like jealousy and envy by acting arrogantly in order to feel good about himself because he lacked the emotional maturity to deal with them. But sometimes, like when Professor Proton passed away, he simply attempted to ignore them. Fortunately for him, Leonard, Sheldon's long-standing buddy, knew what was going on and helped him through the situation. The fact that Howard is also an engineer is one of the reasons why young Sheldon explains why he despises him in The Big Bang Theory. As it happens, the young genius's first engineering class was a terrible experience for him because it was the first time he felt unworthy of his academic standing. The socially awkward genius was further irritated by the notion that Sheldon was already jealous of Howard's opportunity with NASA. Fortunately for him, Howard chose to remain friends with him despite never taking his diatribe personally. Young Sheldon reveals Sheldon's true feelings about Howard in TBDT, The Shocking Truth. If you're a fan of The Big Bang Theory, TBDT, you've seen Sheldon Cooper's relationship with Howard Wolowitz evolve over the years. What once seemed like an amusing rivalry transformed into an unlikely yet strong friendship. But have you ever wondered about Sheldon's true feelings towards Howard? Well, brace yourselves, because young Sheldon is about to drop a bombshell you never saw coming. In this jaw-dropping revelation, the younger version of Sheldon Cooper, as seen in the prequel series Young Sheldon, exposes details about Sheldon's mindset and reveals how he truly felt about his future best friend Howard. And trust us, it's not what you expected. A complicated start. The beginning life, as depicted in Young Sheldon, offers us a glimpse into the genius' complicated social interactions. From an early age, Sheldon had trouble understanding the intricacies of human relationships. His bluntness, sharp intellect, and lack of a filter made it difficult for him to connect with others, especially with people who didn't share his intellectual prowess. But it wasn't just his intellect that made Sheldon have a hard time warming up to people. It was also his sense of superiority and his intense need for order. Enter Howard Wolowitz, a character on The Big Bang Theory who often found himself on the receiving end of Sheldon's snarky remarks. In TBBT, Sheldon frequently mocked Howard for his lack of a PhD, his occupation as an engineer, and even his personal life, especially his relationship with his mother. Sheldon, for all his brilliance, couldn't see Howard as an equal. In fact, he viewed Howard as something of a joke. But in young Sheldon, we discover that there's more to this dynamic than just playful jabs. Sheldon's true feelings revealed, a deeper look at his emotions. Sheldon's early interactions with Howard, as hinted in young Sheldon, were not as simple as they appeared on the surface. While Sheldon often expressed disdain for Howard's more extroverted personality, his behavior towards Howard might have been a defense mechanism. Remember, Sheldon had a complicated relationship with his own emotions and struggled to express affection in a way that most people could understand. In young Sheldon, we see Sheldon's own vulnerabilities that were never fully explained in TBD. His childhood, while brilliant, was marked by loneliness and isolation. The young Sheldon had a hard time trusting others and opening up. So when Howard enters his life as an adult in TBDT, Sheldon's initial treatment of Howard might have stemmed from insecurity. Was Sheldon trying to keep people at arm's length to avoid getting hurt? In a pivotal young Sheldon scene, Sheldon hints at his deep-rooted jealousy and insecurity about his friendships. His cold and sometimes distant demeanor was not because he disliked Howard, it was because he didn't know how to handle the complexity of relationships. Howard, with his outgoing and warm nature, presented a challenge for Sheldon. But what fans didn't realize was that Sheldon secretly admired Howard's confidence and ability to connect with people, something Sheldon longed for. The moment everything changes, Howard becomes an unexpected ally. Fast forward to the events of TBBT, and we finally see how Sheldon and Howard's relationship transforms. Despite their rocky beginnings, Howard becomes one of Sheldon's most trusted friends. And here's the shocking part. Young Sheldon reveals that Sheldon's true feelings about Howard were much more complex than anyone realized. In one of the most heart-wrenching moments of young Sheldon, the show reveals that Sheldon's cold exterior was masking a deep appreciation for Howard's qualities. Sheldon admired Howard's sense of humor, his ability to relate to others, and his never-ending optimism. Howard's charisma and charm were exactly the qualities Sheldon lacked, and perhaps more importantly, wished he had. In young Sheldon, Sheldon confesses in an intimate moment that he was envious of Howard's social ease and warmth. It's an eye-opening scene that sheds new light on their TBDT dynamic. This moment in young Sheldon is a game-changer for fans who followed Sheldon's journey. It's an acknowledgement that Sheldon, for all his intelligence, still struggled with understanding human emotions. His relationship with Howard, though often marked by witty quips and insults, was actually Sheldon's way of hiding his admiration for Howard's character. Sheldon had always been drawn to Howard's warmth, but he couldn't express his feelings in the way most people might expect. Instead, Sheldon used sarcasm as a shield, when in reality he was deeply affected by Howard's revelation. Friendship. "I never told you this, Howard." One of the most touching moments in young Sheldon, and potentially the entire Big Bang universe, comes when Sheldon finally opens up about his true feelings. In an emotional scene, Sheldon admits that while he may never have voiced it aloud, Howard's friendship meant the world to him. "I never told you this, Howard," Sheldon says, his voice softer than usual, "but you've been a better friend to me than I could ever be to you." The confession may have come years after their first meeting in TBDT, but it's a crucial piece of the puzzle that makes their friendship in the future even more meaningful. This moment from young Sheldon cements the idea that Sheldon wasn't just a grumpy, socially awkward genius. He was a person with a deep capacity for friendship and, dare we say it, love. The Big Bang Theory's hidden truth. Sheldon needed Howard more than he knew. As the years go by in The Big Bang Theory, we see how Sheldon's relationship with Howard flourishes. Their interactions move from tension and banter to a deeper understanding and mutual respect. Howard, for his part, always remained the comedic and lighthearted foil to Sheldon's seriousness. However, through the lens of young Sheldon, we realize that Howard was also one of the few people who could truly challenge Sheldon, make him laugh, and keep him grounded. By the time Sheldon proposes to Amy, Howard is there, standing by his side as a close friend. And though Sheldon's personality may not have changed drastically over the years, his relationship with Howard had grown in ways that were far from obvious. The conclusion: Sheldon's true feelings will surprise you. In the end, Sheldon's feelings for Howard were far more profound than anyone realized. Young Sheldon has revealed that Sheldon's cold, dismissive attitude was not a reflection of his true feelings. Instead, it was a sign of his inability to express vulnerability. Sheldon didn't just accept Howard into his life, he valued him. And that, my friends, is a true friendship in every sense of the word. So next time you watch The Big Bang Theory, remember that beneath the insults and awkward silences, Sheldon Cooper and Howard Wolowitz shared something much deeper. A bond that lasted through the years, unspoken but undeniable. Thanks to young Sheldon, we now know the shocking truth about Sheldon's feelings for Howard, and it's